Kallo and the Goblins. Once upon a time in Greece there lived an enormously fat lady. She had two daughters. Marbo was the older one and Kallo was the younger one. Marbo, similar to her mother, was vast and extremely fat, whereas Kallo was slender and beautiful. The villagers and the people all loved Kallo. They praised Kallo and her beauty. Marbo became extremely jealous of her younger sister. As a result, Kallo was forced to do all the chores of the house. She did not share of the work as well as Marbo's. One day, the mother went into the pantry to look for some flour, but she did not find any. Marbo, the mother called, "Will you go to the mill and grind some wheat?" "No, send Kallo instead," Marbo bluntly replied. So Kallo loaded the donkeys with sacks of wheat and went to the mill. As soon as the Kallo reached the mill, she saw many people waiting their turn. Kallo too waited for her turn to grind wheat. But by the time it was Kallo's turn, the sun had set and it had already become dark. The miller went to sleep after pouring the wheat into the millstone. Kallo was left alone with a small oil lamp. Around midnight, Kallo heard footsteps approaching the mill. When she turned around, Kallo found goblins sneaking into the mill, and it was a whole gang of goblins. "We will eat you! We will eat you, Kallo!" The goblins shrieked, running around her in a circle. "You can't eat Kallo," replied Kallo. "Not this dirty old dress." That sent the goblins shouting around the mill and out to bring the finest dress for Kallo. "Now we shall eat Kallo," the goblins said. "Not yet," said Kallo again. "You can't eat Kallo barefoot." "Shoes, shoes, shoes," they mumbled as they searched for the shoes. They came back with a pretty pair of shoes. "Now then we shall eat Kallo," the goblin said. "No, not like this. Kallo does not have a coat," Kallo sighed. When the goblins bought Kallo a fur coat, she asked for a pair of gloves, and then an umbrella, and so on. The clever girl made the goblins run for the different things the whole night. When the daylight came and the cries of the rooster filled the air, the goblins ran into hiding. They could not survive in the daylight. Soon the miller woke up and began grinding Kallo's share of wheat. In the meantime, Kallo loaded her donkey with the things the goblins had bought her. Kallo's mother was surprised when she saw the things her younger daughter had bought in. "What is this all?" her mother asked. "The goblins in the mill gave them to me," she replied. Marbo became jealous of her sister yet again. As a result, Marbo wasted all the flour and Kallo had brought home. And now on the New Year's Day, the mother found no flour. Marbo was sent to the flour mill, and unfortunately, Marbo gained nothing. Marbo's jealousiness had taken Marbo to the mill, but she did not have Kallo's wits. The goblins snatched Marbo's face and tried to eat her. Marbo screamed out in pain. Luckily, the miller heard Marbo's cry and came to rescue her. In the end, Marbo's face was treated with the face powder and Kallo had received from the goblins. And Marbo learned her lesson. When Kallo observed Marbo's sadness, she split half of the gifts with Marbo. Since that day, the mother and the two sisters lived happily ever after.